Grabber Labs. Warning. Incoming developer.
Hello, I'm Brick Stone, Creative Business Director at Grabber Labs, and I'd like to take a moment of your time to introduce you to BATTLEGENDS World Arena. It's going to be 2023's hottest new game, and by game, I mean live service. You know what that is, right? Log in, do your dailies, log out. Big fun had by all. Guess what? This one is the first one combining gacha with Battle Pass. We're calling it GACHAPASS. Patent pending. Let me run you through some of the basics. BATTLEGENDS World Arena is a multiplayer online arena shooter. You know the rest. Let's talk about what makes BATTLEGENDS a little different. We have multiple currencies. We have Comcred, Glimmer Ruby, and Gourds. Once you get in the game, you would instantly get access to the beginner's bin. First time sign-in grants access to the beginner's bin, which includes 200 Glimmer Rubies, 100 Comcred, and 10 Gourds. But what are these things? Well, let me tell you. First, we have Comcred, short for combat credits. Comcred can be earned from selling playograms. Comcred can be used to purchase playograms from the auction house. Then we have Gourds. One sign-in equals 1 Gourd. Failure to sign in for 1 day incurs a debt of 2 Gourds. Gourds can be thrown as projectile weapons in battle. Glimmer Rubies are the only way to purchase play packs. Glimmer Rubies can only be purchased from the cash shop. Hopefully, you can see where we're going with this. We call this system the trifecta of time management. What's it look like when you start playing and start engaging with the trifecta of time management? Well, you're going to start off with the Glimmer Rubies. That's the only way to get a play pack, and you need play packs to unlock the playograms to equip your Gachamp if you want to get in the game. Buy some Glimmer Rubies. Open up some packs. Sell the playograms you don't need for Comcred. To buy an individual playogram, Gourds is your reward for a sign-in. Fail to sign in, we're taking away 2 Gourds. Other players can always see how many Gourds you have. Don't be afraid to flex on them with your Gourd count. Flex even harder by throwing a Gourd directly at their head for 1 damage and an amusing sound. We think you're going to love it. Sign up for the Battle Pass for a chance to access play packs that can only be purchased with Glimmer Rubies that you've already bought through the cash shop. Sounds simple. Believe me, it's not. Who wrote this? What? Hey, Uncle Bunkle, how's it going? You sound like you're having fun. Why don't you tell the people watching a little bit about BATTLEGENDS from someone with first-hand experience? Wonderful. Well, I'm glad to see you're having a good time. Your Gachamp is looking pretty tricked out right now, I must say. That was Uncle Bunkle, someone who's been allowed exclusive access to the closed beta. I can't wait till this goes live. Download the app, sign in, scan the QR code you got in the mail. It's easy.
Zoinker.
I think I'm going to redeem that one.
The Nub. Snow Slippers. Schizo Shades.
I'm going to sell that one.
Tomato sauce.
I'm going to hold on to this one for later, but I better be careful. Playograms rot. I can put them in my playogram storage slot. I've only got a week to use it before it rots away to nothing. I'll put that one in my playogram vault. I'll have a week to decide what to do with it before it goes rotten. Wow,
Cyborg.
that one's worth 4 moons. Your moons determine your rarity. Playograms come in 4 styles. You have sewage, standard, sparkling, and celestial. I'll let you imagine which one's rarest. In addition to 4 different types of playogram, each card has a unique moon value, from no moons to 6 moons. 6 moons good, no moons bad. Each card can be redeemed for the item it displays. It could be equipment, it could be a weapon. You never really know. The joy of the thing is not knowing. The joy of it is you giving me your money. I mean, you giving your money to Brabber Labs. And then you open it up and you don't know what you're getting. That's the peak joy. That's the peak dopamine hit, baby. You open up that pack, you don't know what's going to happen. A special guest has just arrived. You're in for a treat. Say hello to Derek Hops, Program Lead and Quality Assurance Testing Supervisor at Brabber Labs. We're going to open up some packs.
Warning. Incoming developer.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's open up a pack. What did we get? Oh look, we got Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers is winning an award this year for second fiddle. Look at that.
Oh.
Leaderboard runner-up playogram. Okay? This is the second best game of 2022 that I played. And I played this in 2022. I got this around Christmas. So I waited on this. I didn't take a chance, unfortunately. I should have maybe took a chance, but I got this, you know, when you're not sure about buying it, and then someone's like, hey, I have to buy you something for Christmas, and you're thinking, well, okay, maybe I'll try this risky game I didn't think was going to be good, but it is good. It's a fun time. What can I say? I actually went back to it to play it more instead of avoiding it like the plague. DLC came out, and that inspired me to go back and play some more. So I was pretty happy with it. Although it does fall into the trap of, you know, some Sonic Team stuff later on that I won't spoil. But the Sonic teaminess does sneak in. It did come out in 2022, and I played it at the tail end of 2022. It's no Elden Ring, but for me, it was a runner-up. That's Sonic Frontiers. I'm glad we just happened to open that pack and get that card. Let's open up a pack and see what we got next.
Wait, it didn't work. Oh, there we go. Check this out.
Alright, let's check it out. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Oh, sick.
Second banana leaderboard runner-up. I was second fiddle, you're second banana.
Oh, the hype is real.
This is the second best game you played in 2022 that came out that year?
Uh-huh.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, it's Kirby. That's exactly what I was looking for. You're doing good, bro. You're catching up to your brothers. Finally. Like it was starting to look a little rough there, but Forgotten Lands premium content. Would buy again. Maybe not. I already bought it, but
isn't it weird that like we ended up with a Kirby game that like wasn't on handheld technically? You thinking about that? Because
Well,
we used to have handheld awards, and then we had to stop.
yeah. Well, it's still. I mean, the Switch is the handheld. Just doesn't really count anymore. And yeah, it's like they had one Kirby game that seemed like, despite being on the Switch, nothing changed.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like I was starting to think like maybe they're starting to slip. But no, Forgotten Land is very fun. It's like a really good. It's like a rare genre that I miss too. It's like a fixed camera, like 3D platformer, like Wario World.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'd like to see more stuff like that. And if Kirby's gonna like move in this direction, then I'm happy. And it's like
But you know what? I bet you the next game will go right back to the nasty. I got a feeling. You
well,
think that's gonna happen?
they did put out a remake of what was it, like Return to Dreamland right after that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of soulless, I guess. But I mean, it's kind of going from 100 to like 65 or something. But
How many times has Kirby won something on this channel?
I don't know, too many probably.
I think it's showed up like 3 times at least. It's weird.
No, it's just nostalgia for me.
It just keeps winning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
like
whatever,
it's living
it's
rent free
fine.
in my brain. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
I'm not complaining. It's just interesting.
Uh-huh.
Right, that's about it. So we covered in these cards randomly. We're lucky today. We're getting good pulls.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We're using here the very first Gach Crate, Loot Pass, GACHAPASS, whatever you want to call it. Brabber Labs is very proud to present the very first combination of these things.
I am. Let me tell you, as a developer on this game, I'm very excited to show off finally what I've been working on for the past 7 years.
Okay.
And it is a huge honor.
And let me tell you, these past 7 years have been 7 years of hard work. It hasn't been 6 months of work and then 6.5 years of planning and messing around and getting lunch and candy onions at the table. That hasn't been what we were doing. We were working for the whole 7 years.
No smorgasbords involved.
No smorgas.
Right.
Just to bring you the very first GACHAPASS. What that means is that you need to pay, you get to pay for a battle pass, get this, that gets you packs of cards, we call them playograms, to open to see what you get. You need to pay for the privilege of getting the pack, and you don't know what's in the pack, so we got the best of both.
Yep.
We're doubling up on the dopamine in your brain, because we have, you pay to unlock the pass to get the chance to open a crate. And we all know that the joy comes when you open. So you're going to be getting lots of packs to open. Each pack comes with 10 cards. And we're very blessed, I think, frankly, by the RNG gods that we're winning these awards so quickly and in such quick succession. Because I'm going to be honest, I programmed the game and I didn't even know these cards were in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's happening.
It's a system that we call subverse mechanics.
Yes.
And it is like, it's gonna take the world by storm.
Yes.
Because we are seeing fantastic results already.
I mean, we're making
2
billions
great
of
games
dollars.
that we played today.
Yes.
Awesome.
Subverse mechanics. We're subverting the money right out of your wallet. Let's get it going. Let's open up another one. Let's see what the next card is.
Get a load of this. You won't believe it.
What's this crap? Oh, it's crap.
Saints Row.
This is a playogram sewage. This is...
Oh, whoa!
Look at this. We got a sewage. This one is so bad that it's actually rare.
Awesome.
It's so bad it's hard to get.
Kids these days love irony.
I know. This is the copying our homework focus tested revenue maxing playogram.
Yes! Oh, man. It's Saints Row.
It's Saints Row.
Not the first one.
No, not the first one. Don't you just love when they take the old name and use it again to try to win cred and it ends up horrible?
Make it impossible to Google.
Like Sonic 06 was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. This is now Saints Row 22. There's nothing I can say about this game that would beat you just watching cutscenes on YouTube. It's like, I've never I don't think it's been a while since I watched a cutscene from a game that made my skin crawl. Like, I could physically, viscerally feel things tingling in my spine watching these cutscenes. It's unbelievable. It's like I never knew that you could dig up tombers from their grave and get them to write dialogue for kids, but they did it. Not to mention the fact that the game is just glitchy. It's glitchy and not in a fun way. And from what I've seen, it doesn't even do anything new. It's a PS3 game. Really, it just looks like, you know, why would you play this over GTA 4?
It screams we started from scratch and didn't really have any experience carried over from the previous games in the series.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it kind of has this weird world boss thing going on where an enemy has tons of HP and you're just kind of standing there shooting at him. And I guess, I mean, there were by Saints Row the Third, there were enemies that had lots of HP. I guess that's where they're taking that from, but it just looks odd.
You know what's funny though is that the developers, or the publisher in this case perhaps, released Saints Row 4, the complete version, for $3, around Christmas, 2021, I think. And I've kind of been playing that.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny that's $3, and this nasty ass pile of crap is brand new. Well, it's probably $10 now, but I feel bad for anyone that was excited.
Yeah.
It seems like it does.
Not a good year for GTA clones.
It does the worst thing that reboots can do, which is miss the joke, miss the core soul of the original. Try to hit the mark and miss. It's always worse when you try and fail, than it is when you just fail outright. Trying and failing is cringe.
Yeah.
And that's what I think this game was. So that's why it's the worst game of 2022. And these awards, it's not necessarily... We all know that the worst game of 2022, really, is probably some indie game that launched and doesn't start.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the worst game of 2022. But really, when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, these awards are also for things with impact or negative impact. So I think that an indie game that doesn't launch properly, or start, is not as bad as Saints Row 2022, because it didn't try to set a standard of bad, which modern AAA games tend to do. If a modern AAA game is bad, comes out, there's a potential that it sets the standard of bad that we're all going to have to deal with. And thankfully we missed that, at least with Saints Row 2022. I hate saying that.
Yeah.
And I hated seeing it, and it looked horrible right from the word go.
So awkward looking.
It is.
It just does such a bad job of selling itself. I don't even want to try it. It's one of those things.
Man, it's so unfunny. That's the thing. That's the main thing. Where it comes right down to it, it's just not funny.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
But they say, I don't know if this is a direct result of the unfunniness, but they say the game isn't fun too.
Yeah.
It's... I don't know if it's they're just so turned off that they can't enjoy any other aspect of it.
Bad combo. Alright, what's next?
Alright, let's check it. Oh, whoa.
What's this?
I think I got it. I think I got what I've been waiting for.
Metroid Prime.
Look at that. I've been waiting so long for this.
Time warping minus... How can you... I don't understand this. How can you have negative 20 years played? What happened? Oh, that...
Well, I have negative 20 years played.
That's right.
Metroid Prime.
This is the best game of 2002. Metroid Prime. Alright, let's see what's popping fresh with our new playogram.
Okay, let's roll.
What's this one?
What's the poll, bro?
Oh man, look at that. We just pulled a sparkling, a 6 Moon sparkling.
Awesome.
This one is worth 90 com cred, but we're gonna redeem it because it's Metroid Prime. This is the time warping. I don't know how this is possible, but how you can have minus 20 years played on a game, but I guess you can. This is the time warping negative 20 years played playogram for the best game of 2002. Metroid Prime. To put it simply, you haven't played this yet. You're always waiting for the next version.
Yeah.
I think this is the definitive one, to be fair, because when this game got remastered in the future in 2023, the reviews for the game, the reason why it was good was because it was Metroid Prime. And I think that's a telltale sign that a game was good when you can just re-release it, change the controls a little bit, and people think it's Game of the Year.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
it really is that cool. And when you play it, it really is a groundbreaking, mesmerizing, haunting experience in that it is a 3D Metroidvania with incredible world-class world building and verticality. A lot of things that we think are cool and base now are actually old and busted because they showed up in Metroid Prime 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were, they really blew the lid off it. And I think when you play this game, especially just look at the original version, because we're talking about that here. We're talking about the GameCube version of this game. It is amazing that it's on console. It looks so good.
Yeah.
It looks better than Half-Life. It looks better than PC games. It looks better than Deus Ex. What the hell's going on? How was there a time, riddle me this, when console games looked better than PC games? It's real. That time existed.
Brief period.
There was a moment where the developers were somehow cranking more out of the GameCube than you could on a PC. The best looking games for PC at the time didn't quite look as good as this.
It's efficient memory management and visual design, and just using the hardware to the best of its ability.
I mean, this is one of the best looking games in the GameCube, and it's followed up by Metroid Prime 2, which kind of looks even better, but it's a mixed bag because different art styles, like you pick and choose which one you want. But that's why this is winning the time warping playogram. How was it so good? It was the best game of 2002.
It's so good, I might actually play it.
It's so good, I might pick it up and eat it again.
I'll play it next time.
You're going to play it on the Switch 2. I'm waiting for the Switch 2.
Yeah.
First you were waiting for the the Wii.
I was waiting for the Wii version.
And then
way back in 2001 or whatever.
Yeah.
And it it's just like eventually the Wii came out and then it came out just as I predicted. Now the Switch is out. I think I might be psychic.
Yeah, maybe. It's interesting how you can predict that new consoles will come out. That's really something. You'd be amazed how many people seem shocked when it's announced. Like they didn't believe it was coming.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not think there would be a new console. But here we are with the Switch.
Yeah, and now I'm waiting for the Metroid Prime version on the Nintendo Quasar. Hopefully
I'm waiting for the 4K version.
2031, it'll be very good.
You're waiting for the 16K version. The 16K version, the one that runs at 9 frames per second on the Nintendo Quasar.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the next drop.
All right, who's pulling? I'm pulling because I've been pulling since the start here. So here we go. Whoa! Unbelievable.
Let's check it.
This out.
Let's spec this.
I remember sneaking this into the game in the second year of development hell. Ghost Song.
This is Ghost Song, close but no cigar by a mile, because this is going up against the Game of the Year, which was really good. And this isn't nearly as good as the Game of the Year, but a testament to the fact that we don't play many new games. Our collective runner-up for Game of the Year is Ghost Song. This took like 10 years to make. I remember the original Kickstarter. I was excited for it over 10 years ago, basically. And I was like, wow, this looks pretty cool. When this was announced, Dark Souls, Metroidvania style games, that was new. When this was announced. Since that was announced, there's been like 4 or 5 really popular, like, Dark Souls-y styled side-scrollers. So when this came out, it was kind of like, wow, this was kind of like an also-ran. Like, wow, it didn't really amaze that much. But the thing is, it was the OG version of that. Because this was announced forever ago. It just took him forever to develop it. And I think he deserves something for getting the game out. It's really easy to give up, especially when you've taken 10 years to do it. I've seen this game change so much. I've seen it like change engines. I've seen it go through so many different iterations. But what we finally got was a pretty interesting side-scrolling Metroidvania style game. I mean, I love this genre. I especially love when it's sci-fi. I don't really like. I don't love Hollow Knight. Like a lot of people really love it. I don't know. I don't care about ruined kingdoms anymore. I don't need to see it anymore in side-scrollers, at least. But this one's pretty cool. It's got interesting combat mechanics. You shoot your gun, and it develops heat that you can use to power your melee attack.
Yeah.
So it actually kind of forces you to balance melee with ranged, which is something like I never seen in these Metroidvania style games, if you'll excuse that term, like ever or since. It's kind of cool like that. It's got lots of items to equip. It's got kind of an interesting plot, interesting background characters, and overall, you're just getting a decent Metroidvania experience that looks cool. I played on PS5. What did you play it on?
Well, I played it on Steam Deck, I think. No, I played on... Yes, I played on Steam Deck. Yeah.
How was the performance on Steam Deck?
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, it was kind of like iffy for a while, but it got better. And the thing I took from it, mainly is like it's so Hollow Knight-y, but like you don't want to talk about it because it's like, you know, it's like pre-Hollow Knight, but
it's technically older than Hollow Knight.
It's really close, but it takes a lot more influence from Metroid, and I like that.
Yes, it's very Metroid. That's what I wanted.
It's like totally sci-fi. It's like totally. It's still like basically Metroid. And
yeah,
it has unique mechanics, which is pretty rare for.
I was a little bit disappointed with the final boss. The final boss was a little bland, but the secret ending was cool. Did you get the secret ending?
Oh, I never got the secret ending.
Oh, there's a secret ending. I don't want to spoil it here, but
okay. Never looked into that.
It's kind of neat. And that's Ghost Song. And if we had played a lot of games in 2022, this probably wouldn't be listing as the runner-up to the number one game. But we don't play a lot of new games. That's why we had to introduce these awards like Retro Awards and Best Game that we played that didn't come out that year. We had to do all these things because you can't just lie all the time and play what game sounds the best. I don't know. I only played 3 games.
We always do that for the worst game.
Yeah, we do it because you're allowed to get away with that.
Neither of us play bad games.
No one is going to play that.
Never happens.
We're allowed to laugh at it. We're only human.
We're just YouTube watchers at the end of the day.
All right, let's snap up the next card.
Let's snatch it up. Snatch on. All right, what are we doing? It's loading. Shut up, Mom. Okay. All right, here you go. What are you looking at?
This is the backwards. Yeah, the backwards compatible content playogram. This is the playogram that was issued to commemorate games that we played previously in the year 2022 that did not come out in that year. I played this game. This game was Wild Arms 4. I pay an embarrassingly large amount of money for PS2 games sometimes on eBay. I've been known to pay like $100 for a freaking game on the PS2 just to have it.
Judge.
I'll never be able to afford Wild Arms 5. For whatever reason, Wild Arms 5 is going to be like $200.
Really?
Yeah, nobody bought it. They made like none of them. And it's supposed to be the best one. It's the one people like the most.
Is it on the Saturn or something?
No, it's on the PS2.
Yep.
It was really late. It's a really late PS2 game.
Weird. Okay.
Like, they never made any of them. But anyway.
You never see that.
Yeah, it's weird. Wild Arms 4, for the best game played this year, not from 2022, number one, this is my one. I played every game up to this game. And I had heard this was the worst one. And the problem with this game, after having played them all, the stories in these games usually suck. The stories are disjointed and just like, they don't have like a through line. Like, it's just kind of like something happens and then for some reason something else happens. This game has more of a through line with its plot, but it's horrible. This is like one of the worst plots I've ever seen in a game. It's awful. It's like the worst garbage. It's so boring. The plot.
Okay.
The plot, but everything else is so fun. It's got platforming that works. It's got platforming challenges that are fun.
Okay.
It's got fun puzzles. It's got a fun character progression systems, and it's got fun combat. I never ran from a battle.
So
They were all fun.
You're saying a JRPG with plus points for platforming
Yes,
and down
everything.
points for story. That's what you're telling me right
it's
now.
such a fun. Everyone should try it because it's like, the story is such nonsense, but the combat, like, has so much strategy. The bosses are all like not damage sponges. The bosses are like something in Zelda. You have to figure out what they're weak to, and the battles are on a hex grid. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7, one in the middle. Grid pattern, right? And where you are changes what you can do, and you can go behind them. It's like, imagine if Final Fantasy Tactics, instead of being on squares, it was on hexagons, and there was only 7 of them. And you start a battle in a random spot.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can make little formations. And grids, a hex will have a benefit to a certain element. Right? And it was just so fun the whole time. I never ran from a battle. I think, except for like one time where I had to. I was getting into fights on purpose in this game. It's not extremely long. It doesn't break the bank time wise. The music is interesting. Then again, Wild Arms always sounds kind of cool, and it's coming. A spiritual successor is coming back. Armed Fantasia. There's a Kickstarter for that or something like that. But this is Wild Arms 4. Apparently, it was the worst one, and I think that's just comes from people who were trying to play Wild Arms for the story, which I wasn't, because I never thought the stories in the game made much sense. But this is real nonsense. This is some real nonsense story. That's Wild Arms 4. Let's see. Let's see what's cracking nice with another dime piece card.
Okay. Dime piece in.
Oh man,
okay,
this one's landscape for some Dude, this one's landscape. This is backwards compatible content playogram. Again, for best game we played this year, not from 2022. Number 2.
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
This is Come Kingdom Deliverance.
Come Kingdom.
What did you think of this game?
Well, I was pleasantly surprised, actually. Maybe because I picked up on it really late. Came out, I don't remember when it came out. But it's had plenty of time to get some patches. It's a modern game, so it's going to get those patches. They're going to lay on the patches, and it's the most polished Eurojank I've ever played. It's like, and it doesn't adhere to the tropes, It doesn't allow for save scumming. People are complaining about the save system because it's kind of like doesn't let you save at any time.
Oh, good.
And
you can't cheat.
So when you walk up to someone and you do like a speech check, then you can't just easily roll back and try it again.
Dude, it's like a Souls game. Like, you can't just try again.
It's always the elephant in the room with these WRPGs. Whenever there's a random chance of something happening, you can just save scum because they all have.
That's a problem
with quick saves.
That's a problem I notice with Western RPGs in general.
Yeah,
you can just cheat. There's no role playing. You can just do.
And that's another thing in this game. You're playing the role of a character for once, in a historically historically accurate environment. I guess the fact that it's historical is the main thing. It's the real world. There's no magic or anything.
Would this be more fun if it didn't take place on Earth?
Maybe the combat, the combat's just poking with swords and I mean, that's another thing I liked about it. Honestly, it's not obsessed with combat either. It's I just enjoy talking to people and stuff, and like running away from people and stuff like that. And when you get hurt, you like your legs break and you bleed out and stuff like that. And there's like, and you have to sleep. You have to like sneak asleep too. I always enjoy sneaking asleep in WRPGs, and there's a lot in this.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's just like, I don't know. It's not the usual thing you see, and it's really polished and fun. Yeah, that's what's going on with that one.
Okay.
Now let's check out the game of the year Mike could.
The game of the year Mike could. Elden Ring.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this. What did you think it was going to be?
I'm so shocked.
What did you think it was going to be? It's Elden Ring. Oh my god, it's dem rangs. Elden Ring, ultra rare dev build legal hacks.
Have you heard of it?
Imagine
it's Elden Ring.
Imagine redeeming this playagram. It gives you dev hacks.
Whoa.
Oh shit. This is a celestial quality playagram. Look at that playagram celestial.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen sewage, and now we're getting a celestial with an S. So it's extra special. This is a 6-moon playagram. That's rare. Mm-hmm. 95 com cred for this if I were to sell it.
A 6-rune playagram.
I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hit redeem on that card because we want to have this game. This is our game. This is Elden Ring. And we played it probably hundreds of hours each. I don't know how long you played it. I played it for 400 to 500.
Yeah, I gave it a good few playthroughs.
It's if at this point in time, if you just release a serviceable Souls game, you're gonna win. It's a testament to how bad gaming is if you can just release a normal game and everybody loves it. It's just normal. That's the thing about Elden Ring. It's normal.
It's a adventure game.
It's an adventure game.
You fight enemies.
You fight enemies and you get stronger. That's all it is. It almost does nothing special. That's the funny thing. It does almost nothing that wasn't possible before. Almost nothing. But it does not have any microtransactions. It's not trying to trick you. It's not trying to hold your hand all the time. It's not trying to delude you into thinking something you shouldn't. It's not trying to pull the rug out from under you. It's not trying to subvert you. It's not trying to get into your wallet. It's Elden Ring. And you play it.
Not that there's anything wrong with any of those things.
No, those things are good.
Here at Brabber Labs,
we like that.
We like that, yeah.
That's why we're pushing it very hard this quarter and next financial quarter to get tons and tons of subvert tech, or whatever you called it.
Yeah, I think it's subvert mechanics, yeah.
Subvert mechanics into the game so that you guys can enjoy spending the money and getting the dopamine hit. Because we know science has proved that when you click that button and you don't know what's going to happen, the fact that you don't know is where you get the joy. Yeah. But for Elden Ring, we get the joy of completion, the joy of knowing what we're getting, and that is a Souls game.
And now, I'm going to say the only other way to create dopamine in a game is to make something like Godric or Radon or something like that, some amazing friggin' boss that lives in your head rent-free forever.
It does.
And,
or millennia.
We're just not, like, not to say that we aren't willing to do that, but it's just not our paradigm, you know? It's not our... Yeah. We could if we wanted to.
We could have cool
bosses. We could make Elden Ring.
I would prefer it if we had one enemy that was glowing purple and had twice as much health. And that would be better. But some devs, they like to take the time to, frankly, waste the time to make cool bosses. We're not about that at Brabber, but at FromSoft, what do you know? You get bosses that live rent-free in your head. Is that what you want? Do you want that? Do you want content that's enjoyable and easy to digest but fun to chew on?
Do you want a setting that is also lives rent-free in your head even though it makes no sense?
Yes. Is that what you want? I don't think that's what you want.
It lives on aesthetic alone.
Yes.
And it's just like it just stimulates your brain somehow.
That's Elden Ring. It was the best game we played this year, And frankly, we're trying to take the opposite lesson. When we're developing Battle Legends World Arena, we're making the opposite Elden Ring. In fact, you could call it the anti-Elden Ring, really.
Yeah, and no offense to Elden Ring, but...
No offense to Elden Ring, but we're going to make 10 times the money.
I just like to see what the profit margins for From Software looked like last year.
So that we can beat it tenfold.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to. I mean, projections have shown,
yeah,
our financial analysts have shown through projections, that Battle Legends is going to make $8 billion on its first week. And
we also have the privilege to shut down Battle Legends if it makes less money than Elden Ring.
Yes, and then we can try again. With Battle Legends World Arena 2, Rise of the Fallen.
Rise of the Fallen.
Okay? We're going to bill it as an expansion pack, but halfway through we're going to stop and call it a sequel and make you buy the whole game again. Like Destiny. Remember that? Destiny 2? I thought we were just going to get expansions. No. No way.
It's a live service game until it's not.
Right, it's live service until it makes 1 penny less than we need. I think I'll redeem that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, redeem. No, that one's 90 com cred. I already have it, so I'm gonna sell.
Yeah.
Sell. Okay, we're in the green now. We're good.
Oh, hold on, your credit card's maxed out.
Okay, now it's on my Visa. Okay. That one was on the other credit card. All right. Redeem. Sell. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to that one. I'm gonna put that one away, and I'm gonna see if it goes up in value. I don't know.
Yeah. Should.
Hold. This is how is this possible? You can't get a 6-moon celestial playogram 90 Comcred nub. That's not possible. This is a glitch.
I guess so, but it's like...
Go tell someone...
I mean, I like the nub.
Tell someone in engineering to go change that. That's a glitch. We shouldn't be able to get that card.
I mean, the nub was the meta last year.
But not this year. You can't get a 6-moon nub. Okay, they're 1 moon now. Go tell someone.
I wasn't filled in on
Go tell them. We gotta fix that before this goes live. My current favorite item to play in our closed beta. My favorite.
So warm.
It's so good.
What the fuck is that? Is that a joke?
You shouldn't be seeing that. That one's porn.
What the...
Uncle Bunkle is using the gunned AR-15 anti-civilian rifle. One of my personal favorites. Actually, every item is my favorite, but I can't pick just one. Yeah, you program that one into the game yourself. I told you not to do it, and I came back in the next day, and frankly, it was already in the game, and I was amazed, and I said, let's leave it in.
Pretty hard to clear it out with my lawyer, but...
Let's leave it in, and we're going with it. Yeah. Scan the QR code you got in the mail. It's easy. QR code you got in the mail. It's easy. QR code you got in the mail. It's easy. QR code you got in the mail. It's easy. QR code you got in the mail. It's easy. QR code you got in the mail. It's easy.
We're sorry. We can do better. We have done better. We shipped a broken product, and frankly, that one's on us. We would like to thank all of the early adopters who gave our family a chance. We believe in second chances, and so should you. In the coming months, you can expect a new content roadmap that addresses all your concerns regarding frame rate, lack of content, confusing graphics, and banking info leaks. Our beautiful and diverse family of talented developers are at the helm, day in, day out, tirelessly working to ensure you get the satisfaction you deserve. Currently, we are looking for the employee who made the game bad. If you have any information, please contact us at Brabber Labs Investigations at GACHAPASS.com.